Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It is my dearest concern to inform you that the Hugh Hefner, American legend, has passed away. So we're going to talk about it a little bit. Throughout my life, I've always looked at Hugh Hefner as a role model, an idol. Growing up, always looking up to him. And for all you guys, without role models, this might be a good chance to pick up on one. So for today, we have a few things to discuss. First thing is Hugh Hefner's upbringing. On that, we'll go over where he was raised, schools he went to, degrees he possibly got. Then we're going to move on to his career and accomplishments. Give me a little bit, Tim. And with his career and accomplishments, it might be shocking that he has more than just Playboy as one of his accomplishments. We're going to go over the love life of a Playboy and his overall impact on society. This I'll strictly be talking about Playboy, but he had some other impacts as well. Starting with his upbringing. He was born April 9th, 1926. And this was going to be in Chicago, Illinois, same place where I was born. Shockingly, knowing a Playboy like Hugh Hefner, he grew up in a Christian Midwestern conservative family. With a family really against his ways, he went against the grain to do what he did. In 1944 to 1946, Hugh Hefner is enlisted in the U.S. Army. If any of you guys have seen Full Metal Jacket, he had the same job as the main character. He was a news writer for the Army. Non-combat.
Oh, that's interesting.
Thank you, yeah, that's pretty interesting. He graduated from the University of Illinois with a bachelor's in psychology and a minor's in creative writing. Hugh Hefner was a very smart fellow. He had an IQ of 156.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That is high.
And the most shocking thing about his accomplishment of his degree is he earned it all in 2.5 years. Moving on to the careers and accomplishments, he took out a mortgage, which is about $600 to start up with Playboy, and raised about $8,000 from investors. $1,000 of that was actually from his mother, which his mother quoted on E! News that the $1,000 went to Hugh Hefner for him, not for his company, because she didn't believe in it at all. The first issue was in December 1953, starring Marilyn Monroe. The pictures of Marilyn Monroe were actually released a couple years prior, but he asked her if he could put them on, and she agreed, and it was a good investment. A little bit later down the road, the Playboy logo launched off in the second issue. 1960s, he actually kind of varied off from just the Playboy and the pornography aspect. He actually moved on to more of a philosophy, getting more of an audience, kind of liberating the sexual idealistics of the time. Towards the mid-1960s, it brought the Playboy Mansion, and this actually got him his idol figure, the silk jacket and the pipe, the occasional tilted hat with the bunnies around him. That's in the Playboy Mansion. That's when this brought up. That's when his public figure, and he started selling the image rather than the magazines. Later on, he started producing shows as well, multiple shows. Playboy Mansion, bunny shows. I'm sure you guys have seen them, all you fellows in here. Maybe ladies as well. I'm not sure.
No.
So when we talk about his love life, it might not be shocking to hear that he has had more than one marriage. His first marriage was actually to his high school sweetheart.
Really?
That didn't work out because she got very jealous after his ways in his career.
I can imagine.
Yeah. So next he moved on to Kimberly Conrad, his longest marriage. His longest marriage, which lasted a whopping 20 years. They got along very well, but this one took a turn when she had an affair with him. He was very loyal.
Snap.
But she actually had an affair with him and took a lot of his money, which put him in a dark turn, which led him to his last wife, Crystal Harris. She was a sweetheart, but didn't get much out of the old Playboy Hugh Hefner because he passed away when she was only 26 years old. He had quite an impact in society, one being the sexual liberation he created. Coming out of depressions and Great World Wars, it was a good break in society. some consider his movements empowering the woman, and which it was, because women were usually a figure. Oh shit! 1 second. Yeah, empowering woman made him more than just a house cleaning wife. It gave him more of a figure and a stance. It lengthened civil rights, what you can show on film and put in paper, and it opened a broad array of new art to society. This concludes my presentation of Hugh Hefner. Is there any questions for anyone in the room? Yes?
Did you have any Playboy issues?
All the time. I can give you some after this presentation if you like. All right, so these are my references.